The warehouse was silent except for the slow drip of water hitting the concrete floor. Broken lights flickered overhead, throwing shadows that twisted along the walls. At the center of the room stood a tall figure in a white mask, and moving. Knife hanging loosely from his hand, he had crushed the doll earlier. Thrown it aside like a broken toy. He believed it was over. Then came the laughter. High-pitched out sharp, mocking. Did you really think it'd be that easy? From behind a pile of shattered crates, Chucky crawled out. His red hair was messy, his stitched face cracked, but his eyes burned brighter than ever. In his hands, he dragged a heavy hammer, far too big for him but perfect for what he planned next. The masked man turned slowly. He didn't speak. He never did. Chucky grinned wider. Good. I hate small talk. He charged. The hammer came down hard, smashing into the white mask. Sparks flew as the impact echoed through the warehouse. The figure staggered backward, boots scraping across the floor. But he didn't fall. Chucky frowned. You're tougher than you look. The masked man recovered quickly, swinging his knife downward. Chucky rolled aside just in time, the blade cutting sparks from the concrete where his head had been seconds before. Miss me. Chucky laughed. He jumped onto a table, then launched himself forward, wrapping his small body around the man's arm like a parasite. The hammer swung again and again. Crack, crack, crack. The mask began to fracture. The man growled, not in pain, but in rage, and slammed Chucky into a metal wall. The impact echoed. For a moment, the doll lay still. The warehouse went quiet. Then Chucky's head slowly lifted. "OW," he muttered. "Okay, now I'm mad." He pushed himself up, joints snapping back into place unnaturally. Blood, dark and woolly, dripped from the cracks in his plastic skin, but his smile never faded. The masked man charged this time, knife raised high. Chucky didn't run. At the last second, he ducked, sliding between the man's legs and swinging the hammer upward with all his strength. The blow connected with the back of the mask. The mask shattered. Fragments flew across the floor, skidding into the darkness. The man froze. Chucky stood behind him, breathing hard, hammer resting on his shoulder. Slowly, the tall figure collapsed to his knees, then face first onto the concrete. For a moment, Chucky waited, expecting him to rise again. He didn't. Chucky stepped forward and placed one foot on the broken mask pieces scattered on the floor. He looked down at the motionless body, his reflection staring back at him from the cracked white fragments. "You see," Chucky said softly, almost proudly, "everyone underestimates the small guy." The lights flickered violently. From the shadows, distant footsteps echoed, more shapes, more masks, watching silently from the edges of the warehouse. Chucky turned toward them, eyes glowing. "Anyone else want to try?" No one moved. The footsteps faded. Chucky chuckled, picked up his hammer, and walked toward the exit. As the warehouse door slammed shut behind him, the lights finally went dark. The next morning, the building was empty. No bodies, no blood, no mask, only deep cracks in the concrete, and the sound of laughter echoing faintly in the distance.